Biafra na meherani onuzo ke Biafra meherani onuzo ke Biafra. Tell me what we do, everybody want to kill us. They want to take what belongs to us. We they love our neighbors, so we they love ourselves too. So it is written in the holy book. You find a channel, na meherani biko kodo onyolu welo mono aya na meherani no onyolu welo mono onyo chai chukwu kikele anyị na bogi bia nyela nyako. The time is now, we want to go. Remember your promises. Oh, na me onuzo ke Biafra meherani onuzo ke Biafra na meherani onuzo ke Biafra meherani onuzo ke Biafra Ndi Roma anyị gburugburu anachi wepụ ndụ anyị n'ike. Shaka. Oh, they are holding our lead. Mazinambika. Now is Prime Minister. Mazin Simon. We shall rise and defend our land. The land of rising sun is our hope. Yogi bikonu sitende muziki kame iwele all right Otutuama, good morning everyone. Thank you. Please, if you are watching on Twitter, on the X, please, I want you to tag President Alexander Stubb and Prime Minister Petteri Orpo. I have a question for them this morning. If they have not seen the viral videos coming out from the United States, they should come here and see a very brief one. And if they are not seeing all the reports coming from Nigeria, they should always pay attention on these our platforms. The music I just played now is our Prime Minister, whom they are holding incommunicado in a cell in Finland. And they said they have been investigating, and it is well over 100 days. My question to you, Mr. President Alex, and Mr. Prime Minister Orpo, is what are you still investigating? What is it that you are still investigating? Are you now working with the terrorist country called Nigeria, which I'm going to play a video from a senator from that particular country. Right there in their Senate house, what he was saying about the country that you are respecting and holding our prime minister, a law-abiding citizen of your country. A law-abiding citizen of your country. I repeat myself. What are you still investigating? What exactly are you still investigating? These videos have been making rounds all over the internet. How that Nigeria have become part of the instruments to make sure that terrorism, holds sway, because the last administration of Joe Biden and Barack Obama were heaping a lot of money to Nigeria to sponsor the terrorist acts that Mazi Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, have been fighting against. You in Finland fought against Russia to be free, and today you are free. And these terrorists, hey, it's not, you didn't see anything like it in Finland. What is going on in Nigeria? I'll play this short video from the USA, then I'll play a video from the Senate House in Nigeria, then I will ask you that question again.
Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel, entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools. Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram. Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think
that is what it is funding, the money from America was funding Boko Haram in Nigeria. And now, President-elect, Prime Minister Orpo, listen, the United States of America, they are coming for investigation. Now, if you have not seen this, let me bring it to your notice also. The Trump administration that have secluded you from the decision or the negotiation table in making sure that Russia makes peace with Ukraine, the United States, the same United States that they are now going to investigate all these things. And be very careful. that you are not roped in, because Nigeria will rope you in. They will involve you. Finland, Nigeria will rob their terrorism on you. This is a breaking news. The United States mission to Nigeria has announced that the US government is set to investigate how past aid allocated to Nigeria have been utilized. The US aid is the same aid that has been sponsoring Boko Haram terrorism in that country, and they will investigate it. Finland, remove your hand from Nigeria. Allow our prime minister to go. I don't know what you are still investigating. What on earth are you still investigating? Do not let this investigation from the USA rope you in because of your involvement with Nigeria. Be very careful. This man, Simon Ekpa, he loves you so much. That is why he does not want you to be involved with Nigeria. Every time they asked him, before you took him away to investigate this nonsense, will Finland hand you over? He told them that Finland is not like a terrorist Nigeria. Now, excuse me, let me bring to you a video from the so-called evil country, Nigeria, so that you will understand what is going on there. You need to understand what is happening in that country that is making you to keep holding an innocent man and call it investigation.
A recurrent decimal in Nigeria. It seems to be that Nigeria, distinguished colleagues, I stand to support this motion, which is similar to what we discussed yesterday, and which seems to be a recurrent decimal in Nigeria.
Now you must know that this man here is a senator in Nigeria from the last assembly. His name is Ben Murray Bruce, and he's speaking in the floor of Senate. So President Alex, Prime Minister Orpo, listen to him and open your ears and pay attention and understand what Nigeria is made up of. Okay?
Distinguished colleagues, I stand to support this motion, which is similar to what we discussed yesterday, and which seems to be a recurrent decimal in Nigeria. It seems to be that Nigeria is becoming a lawless country, a country with no rules and regulations, a country where laws are not adhered to, a country where there is no consequence for bad behavior. We either have a government or we don't. We either have security agencies or we don't. We either believe in the sanctity of life and property or we don't. These are the fundamental issues at stake today. Because every day since we've been here, somebody has gotten killed, raped, maimed, throat slit, killed at gunpoint. And every day we have resolutions after resolutions, and nothing is being done. It is time the federal government of Nigeria acts, because they were voted into office. They have an executive function to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians. This is one of several examples that we've been accosted with since we've been in the hollow chambers. I am disgusted by what I am hearing. It is disgusting to find pregnant women, their stomachs slit, unborn babies removed. And if these herdsmen are allowed to rampage the way they are, then frankly speaking, they are a terrorist organization. And a terrorist organization must be dealt with decisively by the military. It is no longer a situation where we call on policemen who do not have the arms or the training to face folks with AK-47, a well-trained militia. We are told by foreigners, maybe Nigerians, but in a sense, people who now occupy land that belong to Nigeria, and we have conversations with them. If we can fight Boko Haram, certainly we can fight the herdsmen. And what I am saying right now is very, very serious, and I urge the federal government of Nigeria to take this seriously. And if the security agencies cannot do their job, then the leadership must be fired. There must be consequence for bad behavior. You are either in control of security of Nigeria or you are not. The ministers involved should resign. The generals involved must be fired or resign. Otherwise, they should be impeached. It is not acceptable for Nigerians to be killed like cattle. It is not acceptable for us to be invaded by foreign mercenaries, and all we do is have conversations. Enough is enough. I am urging the federal government of Nigeria. It's not about coming to it is as if the Senate is now the executive arm of government. That is what it seems. And I feel sorry for my colleagues. Senator Marafat closed our session, told us what is happening. Senator Marafat, pay attention. He told us what is happening in Zamfara State. But Senator Marafat did not say it in open house. What he said frightened everybody here about what is happening in Zamfara. Zamfara State is being occupied by foreign mercenaries. That is a fact of life. When we had a session yesterday, he never said it. But he should have said it. It is being occupied by a foreign country in Zamfara State. If that is the case, what are we doing about it? If the people responsible for protection of lives and property in Nigeria cannot do their job, what happens in civilized countries? They are fired. They are kicked out of office. Shehu Sani on TV today explained it eloquently, and he was dead on point. Now, what are we doing? If the federal government of Nigeria wants to run the Red Chamber as the Red Chamber to become the executive of Nigeria, then let us appoint as Senate President the President of Nigeria. Let us do the job of the executive, because it doesn't make any sense. Every day we deal with all these issues. People are being killed every day. Babies are being born every day with no future. They are born into this world, and as soon as they're old enough, they pick up an AK-47, they pick up a machete, they start killing fellow human beings. Then what do? All we do is talk. What is happening? There has to be consequence. The Minister of Defense should come here and tell us what he's doing. Minister of Internal Affairs should be someone here and let us know what they are doing. If the cabinet is incompetent, then fire them. Senator Marafat said things to me. Look, when he finished speaking yesterday, 5 senators came to me scared to death, frightened about what he said. But he didn't say it in open house. He said it in private. And what he said should have said it on the floor. Because what is happening in Taraba, what is happening in Enugu, what is happening in Kaduna, what is happening all across the country is disgusting. People are being killed. People are being killed. I don't think you understand it. Maybe the cameras should go to these areas and see dead bodies. Maybe NBC should change the law. Let us see dead bodies. Women being slaughtered as if we were in Liberia, as if we were in Sierra Leone. What is this? We are becoming a barbaric nation. We have no respect for life and property. And people are dying every day. And what the hell are we doing? The executive should speak.
He is crying and saying maybe NBC should change the laws. Now, President Alex and Prime Minister Orpo, in case you don't know, NBC is the Nigeria Broadcasting Association. That is NBC. They put a law that all this massacre going on in the hands of headsmen and terrorists should not be brought to the knowledge of citizens. Now, in Finland, will there be a catastrophe, destruction, and terrorist attack, and you hide it from your citizens? You don't bring it in the media? People are talking about it behind closed doors, and the mayhem and massacre continue unabated. And you are holding Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and you are investigating for over 100 days. And go and check the record. Before you took him, there was peace in Biafra land. There was no massacre in Biafra land. Enugu in Biafra land was secured. You took him away. You took Simon Ekpa away on whatever orders you have. And today, there is massacre. Now, all those massacres going on, we have them on videos. I can't show them here on YouTube. Go on our Twitter pages, you will see them. everywhere. NBC, Nigeria Broadcasting Corporation, have put a law that nobody should show it in any of their news. Nobody should report it. If you report it in Nigeria, you will pay Nigeria government a fine. Now, Nigeria terrorist government that you can now affirm because it's on record. And the investigation is coming. Oh, the United States will investigate US aid and you will know where all this money have been going into. You are still holding Simon Ekpa. You are investigating. What are you investigating? Can you tell us, like, seriously what you are investigating? We want to know. We came to realize that you said he is not involved in terrorism from your first findings. So why is he holding him? The more you hold him, the more these terrorists are invading our land and they are killing and they are maiming. They are destroying lives and properties. They call them herdsmen, but they wield AK-47 machine guns and they destroy unabated. So please, President Orpo, President Alex, and Prime Minister Orpo, we've had enough of this your continuous incarceration of our Prime Minister. You should let him go yesterday. You should let him go yesterday to secure our land. When I mean yesterday, I mean he shouldn't have been there at all. So the next news we want to hear is that our Prime Minister, your citizen, is out to secure his land and to save the massacre being planned or about being unleashed on his own people. We are an endangered species. If you do not want us to be exterminated and annihilated, release our Prime Minister and let him secure our land. Thank you for listening to me, and I know you will do the right thing. May Chukwu Kaba bless you. Ise. So I don't have much to say this morning. This is all I came to present this morning because I don't want it to be long. Any one of you that is seeing this video, there is a thumbnail of the president of Finland, Alexander Stubb, and the Prime Minister of Finland, Petteri Orpo. Please share this video and tag them. It is getting dark in the land of the rising sun. It is getting dark in the land of the rising sun. And you are being culpable. Enough is enough. Thank you. I sign out. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in my afternoon program. I don't know one day bịara ebe a na-eme comment ndị ụchụ na-eme comment ụmụ ekwensu Chineke ga-akpọ unu ọkụ one after the other. Unu ga-anwụ ọnwụ ike without seeing this land, this beautiful land of Biafra. Ise. Thank you very much. I sign out.